Hey everybody, Sander here. Happy 2020, start of a new decade. Hope you guys had a really fun and safe New Year's Eve. I went crazy. I stayed up until 11 o'clock. Ooh, living dangerously. The truth is I really don't do anything with my life at night except for open mics. And except for the topic of this video, which I'll get to in a second. Firstly, I'm still unemployed. I posted about that couple months ago. I was really nervous about just trying to find somewhere I would be accepted and feel comfortable. At this point, I just need a job. I'll take almost anything. But the good thing about being off for 3 months is I got to pursue the creative endeavors I've wanted to. Like I was able to write a first draft of a novel that's been stuck in my head for a year. So that was great. And then I've gotten to pursue my film company, which is an unofficial company, Holderby Productions. I think I'll put the website down there. And we finally got an actual camera. So no more cell phone camera. So I'm really happy about that. So we can shoot some live human stuff and instead of little Barclay figures like I was using, and documentaries, which is important because there is a place here in Maryland called Savage Mill. If you're not familiar with it, it's really cool. You should look it up. It's amazing. It's 200 years old. It used to be a mill that made canvas for like sails for boats and different things. And then it was converted later on into a shopping center. So when you go into the actual mill, there's all these cute little quaint unique shops, and there are businesses and a couple of restaurants, and I love it there. And the cool thing is it's haunted, supposedly. So being the kind of person I am who's obsessed with paranormal stuff, I figured I'd like to do a documentary on it. So I was out at the mill on Friday doing some more interviews. I've already talked to some people, walked around some of the hot spots, and while I was there I saw a poster for Gay Day. It was a Pride event the following day, Saturday night. So I decided I gotta go. You know, Pride events in Maryland, when there are Pride events, they're usually in summer or super far away. Like there's one in Cumberland soon, but that's really far away from where I live. So I wasn't really sure what it was going to be about, but I just went anyway. They had some really cool tables and places to donate. They had this really, really cool table that was specifically for gender. Like they had pronoun buttons that were really cool. You could donate to them. They did a lot of really great stuff with trans community. So I definitely talked to them for a while. They were really neat. Of course, my pronouns are he and she, and they didn't have that though. So it was kind of sad. But they were there, and there was a whole bunch of other organizations. So I was able to sign up, donate, all those fun things, and wear my Washington Nationals LGBTQ hat my dad got me for Christmas. So after all those booths and stuff, turns out they were having a show. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So it was in this corner of this grilled cheese place, their seating area, and they put cheap rainbow tablecloths on all their tables. And it started out as a talent show, and then after the talent show was a drag show. I'd been to a few drag shows, 2 or 3, something like that, before this one. This one was incredible. It was amazing. I mean, seriously, like, it was choreographed beautifully. The queens were just gorgeous. We had a drag king that was there. They were literally doing somersaults, and they had, like, this metal support pole, and they were using that, just saying. And everyone was just throwing money around and just really getting into it, dancing, grinding on people. We had this one guy pretend to pass out. Everybody was fanning themselves, and there was one lady in particular. That queen was, whew. Tell you what, she was something else. So the lady sitting next to me asked if I needed to be hosed down with a fire extinguisher. I said, nah, it'd be better if we all just turned the sprinklers on in this place. Because everyone was just, whew. And it was just such a fun time to be able to see them. I would show video and pictures, but I don't know how they would feel about that. But it was just the best thing. It was the most fun I'd had in months. And, you know, usually at Pride events, I can feel kind of uncomfortable because usually I'm by myself. I went to one Pride show with my ex-fiance. We went together. But for the most part, I just kind of go on my own because I'm single and don't really have any LGBTQ friends around here. So at this place, though, I felt welcomed. Like everybody, it was a full house basically, and everybody was getting together, and it was super fun. And I gotta say though, I'm pretty sure the single lesbian is Bigfoot because I've heard reports they exist, supposedly seen pictures, but anytime I go, you know, always they're with their girlfriend, they're with their wife, or something like that, which I'm really happy for them. But at the same time, I'm sitting there being like, ugh, it would be nice to date again. But anyway, just in general, it was great, and also to be welcomed to with not just my sexuality, but being gender fluid there. They actually had gender neutral bathrooms, which was amazing. And like I said, they had a whole table about pronouns and different stuff. So just feeling like every aspect of me was just open arms. Everyone there. And the lady running it was just a beautiful queen. She had like her sequin pantsuit and all this. And so, and all the poetry that was read was so moving because it's something that everyone in the room can relate to. You know, LGBT poetry and music as well. The only thing that was not super great about Pride Night, when I got home, my mother asked me a lot of questions about drag shows because she has absolutely no clue about drag at all. And I tried explaining it, and I guess I'm just really bad at explaining things, or maybe it's one of those things where you have to be a little bit closer to the community, whether you're an ally or actually in the LGBT community, to really understand and grasp it. But she was asking all kinds of weird questions, and like one of them was, how do you not see a drag queen as a guy still? Because I would still see a drag queen as a guy. And then she says, you are a lesbian, so why are you thinking that all these drag queens are attractive and all that kind of stuff when they're men? You know, just stuff like that. And so I'm like trying to explain all of that. But the amazing thing is she still wanted to see videos and pictures. My dad wanted to see videos and pictures. My brother wanted to see them. They were interested. And my mom was actually interested in asking questions and wanting to know what happened and what it was like. When I came out of Genderfluid 5 years ago, almost 5 years come autumn, I always say how bad it was when I first came out, how terrible. And now she's always been comfortable with me being a lesbian. She's always known that. But with the gender thing, she's just lately understood that. But to really feel comfortable with me going to Pride events and experiencing all of these things is huge. And I'm just so amazed by that. And my dad being that way too. Like I said, he got me this hat. So I'm just really fortunate. I'm really blessed to have a family that reacts that way. I mean, it's incredible to me. Especially after everything we've been through together as a family and all that. So it was great. So that actually was just as interesting to me as Pride Night. It meant the same. So anyway, really good time. Hoping to see about some more Pride events soon. There's one, but it's in Cumberland, which is very far from where I live. So I'd like to try to find one that's closer before June would be cool. But if not, you know, Pride Month will be around. Get to go to some more Pride events. And I really recommend, if you haven't been to a Pride event, go. It's the absolute best thing. I went to Pride Night at the ball game one time. Bailey Bay Sox had a Pride Night. I went there. Chesapeake Pride was pretty cool. Went twice to that. And couple other Pride events I've been to, but those are the ones that I remember off the top of my head. So definitely do that, because it's amazing the sense of community that you feel there, and the acceptance that you feel for every aspect of you, gender, sexual, all of it. It's just an amazing experience. So anyways, that was my Saturday, where I actually went out and did something, and I'm really glad that I did. So I hope all y'all doing well. I don't know when I'm going to be finding a job. So if I have more time, then I'll definitely post a little bit more about it. But yeah, check out Savage Mill. Check out some Pride events. I wish you guys the absolute best. I hope all's going well, and I'll catch you later.